Yo, 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 what is going on? What is going on? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back for another edition of our watch along video. Feels like it's been a while, eh? It's been a while since we did this, but the important thing is we are back. We are back, guys. Yes, as always, this is your boy right here, Vinskey Valor, and you're here. We are covering two watch alongs in the Premier League. This time around, it's Chelsea versus Everton, and of course, Liverpool versus Brighton. Funny enough, both teams, now in this case, Liverpool and Brighton, on the same number of points, 23 points this season from 15 games, while Chelsea are just a point behind Everton, because Everton are actually the team that is in their joint fifth with wait, is it Everton who are joint fifth or who? Let me check. There's somebody who's joined fifth. I think it's Chelsea who are joined fifth, because actually Everton are a point further back. So yes, it's a game between Liverpool and Brighton, and also Chelsea versus Everton. It's been quite a crazy week for both teams. For Liverpool, of course, you guys, I'm sure, have heard the Mo Salah situation that has crippled the club since last week on Sunday, where Salah was left out of the starting lineup of the game between Leeds and Liverpool, and he came out and talked to the media and said, "You know what, guys? It seems like people are treating me as a scapegoat. It seems like I'm the one who has been made out to be the bad guy, and I don't know what's going on. I'm not playing." And all the likes. I'm sure maybe guys may have seen their comments. Also, he talked about his relationship with Slot. Said before they used to have a wonderful relationship. Right now, it's like the relationship has not been that good. So, yes, it was a very bombshell of interview that was issued by Salah immediately after the game, after the 3-3 draw with the Leeds. In fact, Liverpool had led twice. They had raced into a 2-0 lead. Leeds game came back rather and drew 2-2. Liverpool eventually took the lead again, but unfortunately they could not hang on, and Leeds eventually got a last-minute equalizer. So yes, it's been not been a wonderful season for Liverpool. They're defending champions. They have been all over the place this season, and as a result, none of their players has been on form. So the reason why even Salah came out and spoke out was because he had realized, you know what, guys, for the past 3 games I've been on the bench. Today against Leeds, I've not even come on. So what's going on, man? Are people trying to force me out of the club? And in fact, he was even wondering, because he was like, so many people are also not in form, but I'm the one who has been sacrificed for I'm the one who has been taken out of the team in favor of people that are not even on form, people that are not even settled into the club. So it was a bit of a tiff for the club. In fact, there are many stories that are coming out that are saying, you know what, Salah is done bad. In fact, he got a very scathing attack from Jamie Carragher, whom honestly I do not rate as a pundit or as a footballer, because that guy just talks things for the sake of talking. Just because he has a mouth, he thinks he can talk. In fact, it's funny that the people who have never won anything are the ones that have the loudest mouths, because for him, it has always been personal between him and Salah. In fact, he's never liked Salah. He's always criticized Mo Salah every now and then. And yes, there was a bit of a back and forth now throughout Sunday into Monday into Tuesday, and eventually, was it on the Champions League show? This guy called Mika Richards just told Karaga, you know what? I think maybe you can just tell Salah you're sorry, because some of the things that you said were not fair, they are not good. Because clearly, why are you calling out a player? And it's well within his right to speak up and maybe complain because he's not been playing. But at the same time, if I'm to look at it from both perspective, clearly maybe Salah should not have done that. That is my own personal opinion, because for me, I'm never a player AFC. I'm always first the club, and then the players are the employees. So if clearly things are not working out as far as our players concerned, then it's upon you maybe to maybe sort it out with the manager. If you're unable to sort out with the manager, you can also talk to other people at the club. Rather, you can talk to the assistant managers, you can talk to the coaches, you can talk to the director of football. But of course, you never air your dirty linen in public. So for me, that is why I'd fault Salah, because at least he spoke up spoke out in the media again because of his frustration at not being played. But at the same time, should have just tried and handled the matter internally, which actually, on a positive note, they actually have, because this week, was it on Friday or was it on Thursday? Liverpool, after their Champions League game, which match day team, which Salah was actually left out of because he never traveled to Milan to play in the Champions League for Liverpool. So they had a sit down this past week, and at least they're able to talk it out. And as you're gonna see later, Salah is back on the team. So at least you can't really say that the outburst worked, but at the same time, you should not be calling out your manager in public or the club in public. Just say, you know what, I don't know when I'm gonna play, but it's up to the manager. But I just hope that the team keeps performing, and if I'm called upon to play, I'm sure I'm gonna do my part. But at least they've been able to sort it out. But maybe we don't really know how the story is gonna unfold, because maybe they are just sorted it out for now, and eventually the Liverpool are gonna beat him or gonna chase him away. Maybe they just want him to play these games so at least he can more or less maybe start bidding farewell to the players or to the fans, because this is actually his last game for Liverpool before he links up with the Egyptian national team for the AFCON that will be starting on the 21st of March, or rather of December. Why am I saying March? Of December. So anyway, AFCON will be starting next weekend, this coming weekend, because actually next Sunday, the tournament is gonna be played over in Morocco. So many European clubs are gonna release their stars, and of course Mo Salah is one of the stars for Egypt. So, but at least today is you can clearly see that he's on the bench. Let me see whether I can show you guys the starting lineups for both games that you are covering. I know I've spoken a lot about Liverpool, but it's because that is where the juicy story was. As far as the other clubs are concerned, can't really say there's been anything of huge importance, but it's just that for the likes of Chelsea have not been really performing well. In fact, they've had a very torrid December. They are winless in their past 4 games. Ever since they won against Barcelona, they have been unable to pick up any points. The fact they've only gotten 2 points in the league, draw with Arsenal, and of course they draw with Bournemouth, and then they lost to Leeds, and also they had also lost to Atalanta in the Champions League. So it's been a tough start to December for Chelsea. I just hope that they are gonna be able to fix their issues and maybe just see how they can be assisted. So let me just show you guys what we want to. Just give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, so let me just sort this out fast. Okay. That's not what I want to see. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on here? Let me just okay, why can't I see? Okay. I think I might just have to see whether I can sort this out ASAP. So I don't know. Let me see. Anyway, maybe let me just read it out, because I don't know why I'm unable to get that page. It's actually the page that has the lineups. I have a Chelsea Everton game, while Liverpool versus Brighton. So let me see whether I can get it now. Yes, so here we go, guys, here we go. So for Chelsea, as you can see, Sanchez in goal, Cucurella, Chalobah, Fofana, and Gusto. It's a good back line. Enzo and James as the 2 midfielders. Then Garnacho, Palma, Neto, and of course João Pedro. So Palma actually makes his first start ever since he got back from injury. He had missed the better part of 2 months with a serious injury. At least now he's back for Everton. Got Pickford in goal, O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane, and Mykolenko. Then, of course, James Garner, and of course, Idrissa Gana Gay is back from suspension. Then Dewsbury Hall in the 10 position. Ndiaye, the Senegalese, on the right, and then of course Grealish as on the left, and then of course man like Thiago Barry as the lone center forward. For Liverpool, let me just show you their lineups as well. Liverpool versus Brighton. So these are the lineups. Alisson, Kakes, Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, Gravenberch, Jones, Vats, McAllister, Sabozlai, and then of course AKTK. For Brighton, you have Verbruggen, Waifa, Van Heck, Dunk, and Kadioglu, Isenwood, Baleba, Minte, Gruda, Gomez, and of course Jorginho Ruta as the lone forward. And for Liverpool, as you can clearly see, Mo Salah, number 11, is on the bench. So the games are just about ready. We're just about ready to start both games. Yeah, both games are kicking off simultaneously at around the same time. And as always, guys, do remember to do that wonderful stuff for smashing a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yes, man like Drewsbury Hall, yes, he's playing against his former club. Remember that he was signed by Everton from Chelsea. So at least he gets the nod today. In fact, he's been the guy who has been pulling the strings for Everton. He's been on a wonderful vein of form of late. So, but he's a good player. He is a good player. He's clearly a good player. So we're just about ready to start both games. How? The game's kicked off. Yes. Brighton are gonna kick us off. Yes. Brighton are gonna kick us off. Yes. And we are off. The Brighton game, we are off. We are off. Game has already kicked off. Chelsea game has also kicked off as well. So all games have officially kicked off. All games have officially kicked off. So Brighton, of course, playing from left to right, and they changed kits of very, very light purple jerseys, while Liverpool, of course, playing in their traditional jerseys of all reds. Yes, that's why they're called the Reds. Reds, Reds, Reds. Yeah. As always, guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. If it's your first time here on the stream, make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Yes, we're just games are kicked off. Yeah, nothing much happening at the moment. And it seems to be lagging. Let me see whether I can switch over to the other ones. So for Chelsea, of course, in their traditional blue, all blue, while Everton, of course, in their changed kits of white. Is it white? Yeah, this looks like white. Yeah, white t-shirts and black shorts. Picked up by O'Brien. O'Brien heads it forward. Gonna be intercepted by Fofana. Fofana back to his goalkeeper Sanchez. So guys, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. As always, do all that wonderful stuff. If it's your first time here on the channel, make sure you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, make sure you smash a like on the video as well. Let me just see whether I can synchronize the clocks so that at least we are good to go. At least those clocks are synced. So this is Cole Palmer. I'm just gonna be switching from game to game as we observe these two exciting encounters. Yes, those are good games. These are good games. Those are good games. Yes. So go over to the Liverpool gate. See what's going on here. Mo Salah is on the bench. Sure, he looks sad because he's wondering, these guys are performing without me. How come they are performing without me, man? Oh, goal for Liverpool. Wow. Who scored? Who scored? Liverpool have already taken the lead. Who has scored for Liverpool? Oh, my goodness. I missed a goal already. Oh, yeah. Was it right from the kickoff or what? Let me see whether I can get a replay of that goal. Oh, yeah. It was actually off the kickoff, man. Liverpool, the intense press. I'm just trying to see whether I can get a replay of that goal, guys. Yes, but Liverpool have already taken the lead. Liverpool have already taken the lead. It's been scored by Eketike, man like Eketike. So Eketike with the opening goal for Liverpool on that side. So Liverpool have already taken the lead against Brighton. That was quick. That was quick. That was some quick stuff. So let's see whether Liverpool are gonna be able to hang on. Because remember, against Leeds, they had also raced into a lead. Against Leeds, they has also done the same thing. So let's see whether this time around they're gonna hang on to their lead. Brighton, very awful start from Brighton. But anyway, at least I've already seen our first goal of the day. Yes, Eketike blasting that ball into the top of the net. Yeah, clearly Bruggen did not have any chance of saving that shot because it was a very, very ferocious shot. As always, guys, if you're in the chat, maybe you can also utilize the chat section. Maybe let us know whom you think is gonna carry the day. And of course, no fake scores in the chat, guys. No fake scores in the chat. Hey. Cleared by Fofana. Is picked up by Mikolenko. This is was that O'Brien? Or was that Disbury Hall? Oh, sorry, that was James Garner. James Garner. Pedro Neto unable to get to that pass. Unfortunately, is unable to get to that pass. Yeah, as always, guys, do make sure that you are utilizing the chat section. Make sure that you are liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. It's your first time here on the channel, do make sure that you smash a like on the video and of course subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. For returning subscribers, thank you so much for being part of the watch along. As always, do that wonderful stuff of liking the video and just ensuring that the video is pushed out to more viewers out there. I have a feeling. I'm actually happy that at least the goals are flying in. Early on, especially for Liverpool, because you know Liverpool, they're clearly a team that is in need of some serious form from somewhere. There's a team that maybe needs to buy a win right now. It's Liverpool because they have clearly been out of sorts this particular season. But we do hope that they're gonna rediscover their form. I don't know whether it's gonna be possible with slot in. But for me, I think maybe he's just bought himself a few games. But if clearly the results not improve, especially as far as the league is concerned, I think they are going to bin the guy. Because I actually read somewhere that the Liverpool hierarchy had actually met behind the scenes to discuss his future. So I don't know whether they are gonna keep him, but maybe they're just looking to explore their options. And I'm sure if they do not see an improvement, they are going to ship him out of the club. Yeah. In fact, that whole Salah situation did not even help his cause at all because, especially as a manager, if a player is coming out and complaining that he needs to play more games, then of course, all eyes are going to be on you, man, because you're like, okay, he's out of the team, but you're not winning. He's in the team and you're also not winning. So clearly, cannot say that he's the issue. And that is why Salah was kind of perplexed, because, and that's why even in the interview he said that he felt like he was being scapegoated by the club. He was being blamed for their poor performances, which I can understand. because he had the likes of people like Gakpo, McAllister, people who are performing poorly, but some of those guys are able just to play game in, game out. But Salah was the one who was sacrificed. But maybe, of course, Slot saw it as he had an idea. Maybe he had wanted to change things up because he knew, you know what, even if I'm to keep Salah, this guy is going to be gone in 2 years because I don't think they're going to renew his contract. Because Salah right now is, I think, is it 32 or 33? Yeah, so, and of course, his contract runs out in 2027. So by then, I think he'll be 35. So, and of course, Liverpool are not going to renew his contract when he's in the mid 30s. Yeah, some of these big clubs have a very strict policy where they refuse to renew the contract of anybody who is above the age of 32. As soon as you hit the wrong end of 30, you're already on your way out. You're told, you know what, gotten to a point where you're now deemed surplus to requirements. But anyway, let's see how Liverpool played today. At least in the game against Inter, they somehow played well because they controlled the game for large periods of it. So it was actually an impressive performance from Liverpool on that day. They actually played on Tuesday because they played their Champions League game on Tuesday, and at least they were able to not really dominate but control the game. In fact, Inter were just being reduced to very, very few chances, and eventually Liverpool got a penalty in late in the game, right around the 85th minute, which was converted by Sabozlai. So at least the manager will say, you know what, it was my first game after with Salah not being in the team altogether, and we managed to win, so we are good. Of course, that is what he will say. But anyway, we will see. We will see how they can perform without Salah, because I'm sure they'll want to put in a wonderful performance without their star man, so that the manager can feel justified and say, you know what, you see, guys, I was right. Me dropping Sarah was actually the right thing to do. Oh, this Sabozla in behind. It is a Vats. Ah, this Vats fella, man. Can't just control the ball even to save his own life, man. He actually thought that he scored his first Liverpool goal, but unfortunately, that goal was credited as an own goal. The game against Sunderland. So, anyway, Minte! Just wide off the post. Wonderful shot from Minte. Wonderful shot from Minte. It seems like Minte might be the outlet for these guys. In fact, if they are to use him as an outlet, it actually be a good thing because Minte is one player who can actually cut in onto his favorite left foot and just get to see whether he can squeeze that ball inside the right hand post. So maybe it seems like that might be the outlet, but Brighton, I'm sure, is a team that is not devoid of chance creation or players who can actually get on the ball and play. Because Brighton are a serious team, man. Brighton are a serious team. There's a team that loves the ball. It's Brighton. They keep the ball well, progress it properly. It's just that unfortunately for them, sometimes they leave themselves so open to either the counter or maybe just a team turning the ball over and immediately going on the attacks. But Brighton are a good team. Brighton are good. In fact, this game is far from over. I don't expect, of course, the game to end this way. Oh, what a save from Allison. Big save from Allison. Ay, ay, ay. I told you just there, man. They're able to fancy a chance. Was it for Hinsewood or who was it? Who actually got that chance? Who actually got that chance on that far end? Was that Ruta? Who was that? Who was that? That guy should have buried that ball into the back of the net. Oh, it was Gomez. Yeah, Gomez had made a defense splitting run. That left Konate and Van Dijk looking at shadows, man. Liverpool unable to get out of the moment. This is Minte. Minte away from Kakes. Minte, you overrun the ball, man. Ball is out for play. So it's gonna be a goal kick to Liverpool. Hey, Liverpool, man. Hey, Liverpool need to take it easy. They honestly need to take it easy in this game because ever since they scored the goal, it's been all Brighton. In fact, Brighton have clearly pegged them a little further back. That past 5 minutes. This is a Gomez. Gomez coming forward. Gomez on the line. Ketike over the bar, man. Wonderful play from Gomez, man. Wonderful play from Gomez. It's funny that that guy was or he was such high. What's the order? He was so high up for his team. Don't expect a right back to be in such a high position, advanced position rather, up the field. Should have done a whole lot better with that chance, man. Come on, man. Come on, AKTK. The chance of scoring your brace, man. AKTK, man. KTK was kind of unlucky. Kind of unlucky, yeah. Honestly, if he kept the shot down, I'm sure he would have scored. He would have scored. Yeah, today he gets the nod over Isak. Isak is also on the bench. But there are rumors that Isak had a knock. So, but at least if he makes the bench, it means that he's okay. He's okay. Because why is he being picked and put on the bench if he's unable to play? This is a Baleba. Baleba with a shot blocked by Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones, the half-hearted header. Ruta! Side netting. Actually complaining that Ruta had fouled Konate. Hey, Liverpool, man. Whoa. Seem quite open at the back, I don't know what's going on, man. Seems like not even lately, but this season it's like Liverpool are so open at the back. In fact, somebody might even just be walking through, man, going on to attack them. Actually, the games today, let me see. See whether how close the teams are in the table. You can see right here. So Chelsea and Everton are separated by 1 point, while Liverpool and Brighton are separated by are actually on the same number of points. So this is clearly a battle for league position because whoever wins their game, of course, is gonna go move up the table. This Chelsea game seems to be dead at the moment. We just switch over to the Liverpool game. This one seems to be the one that has a lot of action. This is Florian Wirtz looking for a KTK. K has been blocked off. Man like AKTK. So if the result does indeed hold, then Liverpool are gonna move into 6th position on 26 points, while Chelsea are gonna move into 4th position on 26 points as well, while Everton are just gonna remain where they are. In fact, they're gonna drop down a position because Liverpool are actually going above them. Actually, another interesting stat is that from Chelsea in 4th to Nottingham Forest in 17th, the gap is only 11 points. Yeah. That's why I'm saying this season, the league is very porous, Not really porous, but very volatile. In fact, can't really say that. In fact, this is actually the best season for any of the teams to just rack up a bit of points and just move up the table. Because if you have teams like Everton, Crystal Palace in the top 7, then clearly it's a peculiar season, It's a very, very peculiar season. This is Gravenbach, back to McAllister. McAllister into Vats. Vats into Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones into Konate. I'm surprised that they don't have a replacement for Salah. Why not just play Chiesa, man? It is a player that clearly has been disrespected. All the ones that you can think of at Liverpool is Chiesa. What does he need to do just to get a starting position in this Liverpool team? A Liverpool team that is lacking in firepower. A Liverpool team that is not very good. I'm sure he's a very frustrated fella. This Chiesa fella, because somebody will even wonder then, as a manager, why did they even buy him? Why was he even bought by Liverpool? Why did they buy him if they clearly knew that you're not gonna play him? Because that would have actually been the best game for him to start, because Salah is not playing today. Eketike the shot! Just wide. Eketike, wonderful shot, man. It was a wonderful run from Vats. Wonderful run, positive run from Vats. Then he just passed the ball back. Actually, it was a back heel to Eketike. Eketike with a shot. Ball just flew wide of the goal. Yeah, I don't know what somebody like Chiesa needs to do to get a decent outing in this Liverpool team. And see, that's why for me, I don't know, honestly now rate some of these managers. Somebody like Slot. You have somebody like Chiesa who can actually just come in and do a good job for you. In fact, because this season, in fact, especially the first few games of the season, he was the one having a very wonderful impact off the bench. But since then, it's like it's been unable to nail. Not even been getting appearances off the bench. Of course, right on minute 20, you're gonna clearly hear the applause for Diego Jota, number 20 for Liverpool. Of course, they officially retired his jersey. So Liverpool, the number 20 jersey will never be worn again by any other person, because it was officially retired by Liverpool. So that's the same way Man City also retired. Was it number 17 or what? The Mark Vivian Foe number. So normally clubs do that. Whenever they have a player in their ranks who passes on, they normally just retire that player's jersey. Because might actually be a lot of, maybe might bring up a lot of memories for any player who wears that jersey. Of course, there'll be an expectation for the guy to perform like his predecessor. Anyway, let's see. Let us see, man. Switch over to the Chelsea game. Let's see what's going on in this game. Oh, Chelsea have scored. Wow. Chelsea have scored. Wow, nice. Who scored for Chelsea? It's like I'm missing these goals, man. Whenever I'm watching one game, I'm missing the action on the other side. Goal has been scored by Palmer. So Palmer scored for Chelsea. So Chelsea have taken the lead against Everton. Goal has been scored by Cole Palmer. That's good to have him back, man. Chelsea clearly missed such a player. In fact, was it 2 seasons ago, Palmer actually scored 4 goals in that exact fixture. Scored 4 goals, man. Scored 4 goals, man. Let's see if I can get a replay of that goal. Yep. Ice cold, man. Ice cold, man. What a finish from Palmer, man. What a finish. Near the ball was struck by Palmer. You could clearly see the goalkeeper. Pickford was already knew that as soon as the ball had passed him, he did not even look back to see where the ball was headed because he knew that this guy had scored. So at least Ice Cold Palmer has gotten the goal for Chelsea. So assist was by Gusto. Wonderful shot from Palmer. Managed to squeeze it in at the near post. Wonderful pass from Gusto. So both teams now, Liverpool and Chelsea, have already taken the lead. So of course, if the result does indeed remain the same, then Chelsea will be moving back to fourth position on 28 points. Crystal Palace on 26, while Liverpool will be moving up to 26 points as well, level with Crystal Palace. So, but I do expect that eventually the the volatility is gonna end because the points are spread out from Chelsea in fourth all the way to Nottingham Forest in 17th, only having 11 points a gap. Eventually, I do think that the the gap is continue gonna increase, especially now from maybe the back the bottom 4 or 5 teams are gonna maybe drift away, and also the top I think maybe the top 4 or 5 teams are eventually gonna get away. The same way, like right now we have at least a bit of a gap building between now Man City and Aston Villa and the chasing pack of Chelsea, Palace, and Liverpool. Because if Aston Villa and City do in their games tomorrow, then they restore at least their 5 point gap over the likes of Chelsea. Yeah, actually over Chelsea, because Chelsea are the ones currently in fourth. So, but we will see. We will see. Eventually, I do think that the spread is gonna, the spread of points, the spread of points is gonna continue to increase and increase. Because I don't think that come game week 30, that even maybe game week 25, that maybe Chelsea in fourth or a team in fifth is like 11 points ahead of the team that is in 17th. Eventually, the gap is gonna keep increasing and increasing because, of course, quality on the pitch is gonna show for all those teams. So right now, any team that is in 10th position, if they are to win their game, they automatically jump all the way to around, was it even 5th position? Right now, if you're in the top 10, or that the between position 4 and 10, and you are to drop points or maybe lose a game, you might even drop like even 4 or 5 points. You might even, sorry, 4 or 5 places. Followed by Ghana on Palma. Let's go back to the Liverpool game. Let us see what's going on here. Ekitike with another chance, man. Come on, Ekitike. Oh, Salah's actually been brought on. Who has been taken off? Salah cut in. Found. Come on, man. Sabozle should have buried that. So Liverpool have already made a change. So I don't know who's injured. Who has been injured for Liverpool? But that means somebody has been taken off, huh? Also, Joe Gomez has been taken off for Liverpool. So Joe Gomez has been taken off for Liverpool. So that means Sabozlai is going to play at right back. And then Salah has been brought on to replace him. So happy to see Salah back. For me, I like this guy. I like Salah, man. I like man like Salah, man. He's clearly a club legend, man. Should not just leave him out to dry like that, because some of the players that have carried this Liverpool team for the longest time. So you don't honestly disrespect your club legends. Of course, Salah got a wonderful reception from the fans. I hope Gomez is gonna be okay, eh? Yeah, but I'm happy at least Salah was able to sort the issue out with his club and his manager. Let's hope that they're gonna keep it let's hope that they're eventually gonna kiss and make up for good. That it's not gonna be an issue for them in the future. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so one like Mohamed Salah. Ekitiki with another chance. Sabozla with the shot. Isala into Vats. Eketike just wide, man. Eketike should be barring that chance, man. Come on, Eketike. Anyway, it seems like people are saying that these three cannot play together. Florian Vats, Eketike, and Salah. But clearly they can. They can play together. So I don't know what the fuss was about. Because clearly these guys can play together. They're actually putting in wonderful combinations of play out there. So let me see as far as because Liverpool are clearly okay. They've got at least they have managed to weather the storm from Brighton because Liverpool had gotten the goal and then Brighton came back to the game, tried to hustle Liverpool, but they are unable to get a goal. But now at least you can say the now momentum has switched over to Liverpool. At least they were able to weather that storm. It's a free kick for Liverpool to be taken by Van Dijk. He's now who's this? Slot. This man like Slot. It's with Van Dijk. For me, what I'd love to see Liverpool do is at least pick up the tempo in games. Because sometimes somebody might think that they are way too pedestrian in the way they conduct their affairs. They do move the ball a whole lot slowly, which to me could be dangerous, especially when you're hoping to. Okay, let's see this chance pass. This is Eketike, Salah. Come on, Salah. Shoot, man. Sabozla, not like that, man. Clearly way off target, man. So, gonna be an action-packed festive period because as soon as we are done with these games, we're gonna have the game later on between Burnley and Fulham from 8:30. Then, of course, top of the table, champions elect Arsenal gonna be playing at the bottom club Wolves at 11 p.m. That is 8 p.m. Rather 8:20 hours GMT. Yeah, so that's a game that's gonna be played later. And then tomorrow, of course, we have a number of games lined up as well. And we're also gonna be doing the watch along between Palace, Man City, Forest versus Spurs, Sunderland versus Newcastle. It's a very wonderful game. It's called see the Tyneside Derby, yes. Because Sunderland and Newcastle do play out a derby. In fact, in the UK, those teams are only separated by is it 12 around 10 to 12 around 15 20 kilometers. So because of course they do consider it as a derby because those two teams are far in the northeast. Then of course the last game is gonna be between West Ham and Aston Villa. So then of course don't forget that later on tomorrow gonna have Leeds Brentford versus Leeds. I don't know why they put that game at 7:30 p.m. That game should have been at 5 p.m. Either maybe Crystal Palace, Man City, or Sunderland, Newcastle be put as a game that's gonna be starting at 7:30. For this schedule, clearly, I don't think many people are gonna be tuning in to watch Brentford versus Leeds. Then, of course, on Monday, the last game of the weekend, gonna feature Manchester United versus Bournemouth from 11 p.m. 11 p.m. That's when the game is gonna start. So that's as far as around 60, game week 16 is concerned. Game week 17 taking place next Saturday. Gonna be having a wonderful games next Saturday, guys. Very wonderful games, man. In fact, we're gonna have 8 games on Saturday. 8 games, man. Whoa, impressive. Newcastle, Chelsea. Whoa, 3:30 p.m. Bournemouth, Burnley, Brighton, Sunderland, Man City, West Ham, Wolves, Brentford, Tottenham, Everton. Oh, okay. We might do a number of those games. I think we're gonna do the Newcastle, Chelsea one, and also the Tottenham, Liverpool one. Also, of course, Everton versus Arsenal. That's gonna be a good game to do a watch along for. And then, of course, the big one on Sunday, 7:30. Aston Villa, Man U, and on Monday, Fulham, Nottingham Forest. Important. Then, of course, we're gonna have the games on Boxing Day, Friday the 26th. Yeah, Manchester United and Newcastle are gonna be the teams that are playing on Boxing Day. Next, in 2 weeks' time, that is in 2 weeks, the week of Christmas. But anyway, we're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that later on. Corner to Liverpool as far as Vats also off the ball by Minte. This is Jorginho Ruta. Ah, come on, you never saw Minte. Ah, come on, Ruta. Ah, come on, Ruta. Come on. Minte had made a wonderful run to support him, but I don't know why he didn't use him. Ah, come on. Minte was even pointing to you where he wanted the ball to be played at. Anyway, guys, do make sure that you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. As always, it's your first time here on the channel. Make sure you're liking the video and subscribing to the channel. It's your first time. Do that wonderful stuff of subscribing to the channel and, of course, supporting the channel as well and joining the Vinskey Valor football community. Kakes, was that unfair on Minte? No, it wasn't. Yeah, no foul. The referees allowing the game to progress, which is good. Come on, referee, advantage. Thank you. It's Konate into Sabozlai into Salah with Sabozlai. This is McAllister back with Salah. In fact, Salah had actually. In fact, another thing about Salah is that when Klopp was asked about Salah and why Salah had that outburst, Klopp said, you know what, if you want to keep Salah happy, just play him in most games. If you're playing him in most games, then you'll never hear a single complaint from Salah. But if you are keeping him off the team, clearly he's gonna speak up. Because he's clearly a player who wants to perform well and for his team. This is Van Dijk. Van Dijk coming forward into Kakes. Kakes back to Van Dijk. Is now Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones. Ah. Seems like McAllister and but I think the midfield is there Gravenberch? Yes, Gravenberch is actually there. Gravenberch. Yeah, fall on by Gravenberch. I think the way that now Liverpool are lined up. Let me see let me see the matchups that they have out there. Because let me see like oh yeah, Vats is the one who's playing off the left. So Vats is more or less playing as a, I can't really say an inside forward, but an advanced player maker who's on the left wing. Is Van Heck. Van Heck into Minte versus Kakes. Kakes, did he foul Minte? Nope. They're just coming together. This clearly looks like a very interesting battle between Minte and Kakes. Maybe that's why Kakes was started in this game, to see whether he can nullify the threat of Minte. Because Minte is quite fast and pacey, so I'm sure maybe somebody like Robertson would have struggled with the pace of Kakes. Wife, yeah. Is a KTK being hustled by Wifer. Is Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones away from Minte. Foul on Eketike. Honestly, I don't know why Liverpool insist on playing Isak. And clearly, Eketike is a striker who likes to come out and combine with the midfielders, combine with his inside forwards. Because Eketike likes drifting out wide and collecting the ball. Isak just waits in the box, hoping that a ball is just going to be delivered to him. Anyway, it's a free kick to Liverpool. Be taken by Sabozlai. Sabozlai for the free kick. Sabozlai. This is Vats. Back to Sabozlai. Cross it. This is Gravenbach. Gravenbach back to Curtis Jones. Sabozlai. Man like Sabozlai. This is Florian Vats. Florian Vats cuts inside. Loses out. Overrun the ball. Oh, Curtis Jones. Is Minte, shot blocked by Konate. Hey, Liverpool were able to get back in time. They were lucky there. They were able to get back in time and defend that. That was wonderful defending from Konate. I'd expected him to lose out there, because clearly this guy this season has been all over the place. He's contributed nothing in that defense, man. This is Vats. Vats, shoot Vats! Blocked by Van Heck. Issa Bosley. Gravenbach, shoot Gravenbach! Straight at Verbruggen. Yeah, for Liverpool, I think for Liverpool, their biggest issue this season has been converting their chances, because in games they do get chances. They do get chances in games, just that sometimes they are unable to convert those chances. Yeah, Liverpool clearly on the ascendancy, because Brighton have been pushed further and further back. Liverpool have been on top so far, man. This is Hinselwood. This is Van Heck. Van Heck looking for Minte. Minte, where's Wifer? Minte into the box, cleared by Konate. Is now picked up by McAllister. McAllister into Eketike. Eketike. Eketike closed down by Baleba. Baleba did well. I think because Eketike did not want to go on the outside. And turn it into a foot race. This is Sabozlai into Curtis Jones. Van Dijk, Curtis Jones. Nice pass from Konate into Salah. Salah versus Kadioglu. Salah. Gravenbach blocked shot. It's now picked up by Sabozlai. Sabozlai into Gravenbach. Gravenbach with the run. Gravenbach. Vats was not on the same wavelength, but is able to win it back. Sabozlai. And Liverpool clearly keeping the pressure on Brighton. Van Dijk. Is Alisson. Now with Eketike. Eketike. Nice tackle from Minte. But he just gives the ball away, man. Come on, Minte. Should be doing a whole lot better there. It's Konate. Now Gravenbach. Van Dijk. Van Dijk. Let's see. Still no change in the Chelsea scoreline as well. So can clearly see that both teams are maintaining their leads. This McAllister has been fouled, so it's gonna be free kick to Liverpool as the game just ticks away into half time. Yeah. And so far today, can clearly see that Liverpool, especially for their midfield, they seem to be combining well. So at least I think they have all their dependable midfielders in Jones, McAllister, Gravenbach, and Eketiki out there. Van Heck, hustling Vats. Sorry, Vats hustling Van Heck. Bruggen kicks it long. So the games are now into stoppage time. How many minutes in the Liverpool game? We're gonna have 3 minutes. The Chelsea game. Oh wow. How many minutes? Let me switch over. The Chelsea game. Let's see what's going on here. Oh wow. Gusto has scored, man. Malo Gusto has scored for Chelsea. Assist from Pedro Neto. So it's 2-0 for Chelsea. Or 2-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to the Chelseas. To the Chelsea, the Blues. Not the Chelseas, it's Chelsea. Malo Gusto with a goal, man. Listen now, Gusto has a goal and an assist in this game. So it's 2-0 to Chelsea. And of course, 3 minutes of added time in that game as well. Yeah, 3 minutes of added time in that game as well. Yep, Chelsea now have a 2-goal lead, 2-goal cushion. Yeah. Yeah, Everton's last victory over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge was it 1990? Was it 94 or what? See. It was actually in 1994. 1994, man. That's a long time ago. Long time ago, man. Garnacho, Pedro Neto, the run. Now picked up by James. Over to the Liverpool game here. The Liverpool game seems to be the one that has a lot of action. Chelsea game can pretty much say that it's done and dusted. I don't think Everton are gonna come back to that game. I hope he's okay. I hope McAllister is okay, honestly. Honestly hope he's okay. It's a problem. The VAR check. The high foot. High foot on McAllister. Okay, let's see. Gomez with the high foot on who? Was it McAllister? Anyway, that has been checked and cleared. Anyway, that's halftime. Halftime in the Liverpool game. Halftime, man. Chelsea game is still going on, The Liverpool game is already at halftime. As for Chelsea, just as I'd switched over to that game, referee blows for halftime. So Chelsea game is also at halftime. So both our featured games are now at halftime. Yes, so Chelsea, of course, raced into a 2-goal lead. Goals from Palmer. Yeah, so Chelsea have gotten goals from Palmer and Gusto, while for Liverpool, Liverpool have raced into a 1-goal lead against Brighton. Goal was scored by Eketike in the first minute. Yeah, courtesy of a mistake from Brighton. Yeah, so featured games, guys, all at both at halftime. So I can honestly say that it's been a wonderful showing from the home teams. The home teams have clearly been playing well today. Home teams clearly turning on the style. For starting a Chelsea game, see whether I can show you guys the stats as well. But we're also on the same page. So that I'm looking at. So as you can clearly see, this is the momentum of the game between Chelsea and Everton. And clearly see as far as the stats are concerned, Chelsea 57% possession, Everton 43. Expected goals 1.09 to 0.45. Total shots 9 in favor of Chelsea, 5 for Everton. Chances. Chelsea have had 3 big chances. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, you can see the momentum right here. Chelsea have started out well. They got their goal. Then for the last 7 minutes of that half, they decided to sit back and leave Everton all over them. But somehow Chelsea were able to get their goal. I think this was against the run of play because you can clearly see this momentum here. It means that Everton are all over Chelsea. But unfortunately, poor touch. Oh, Garnacho. Look at the chances of that first half. Garnacho clearly should have buried that, man. Honestly, he should have buried that. Yeah, and then of course, Malo Gusto got the second goal for Chelsea over Pedro Neto assist. So can clearly see that Chelsea can't really say that they got unlucky because let me see. Let me have a look at the highlights because by that time I was watching the Liverpool game and can clearly see that Everton were all over them. Ah, yeah. What a wonderful chance, wonderful cross into the box from Idrissa Gana Gay, but come on, Barry. The ball is going through your legs, surely. That should be milk and butter for any striker. Grealish with the earlier chance. Grealish tries the chip of Sanchez, but did not pull it off. Man like Grealish, it was a wonderful save. Then Gusto collects the ball to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto versus Mykolenko. Pedro Neto. Gusto into the box. Pedro Neto crossed into the box. Was finished by Malo Gusto. The wonderful overlapping run was clearly Maresca tells his fullbacks to completely invert. That's why somebody like Gusto can manage to finish off that chance in the box because that is more or less what you call a striker's finish. In fact, that chance is what you call a striker's finish. So, like I said, so this is the stats as far as the game is concerned. To look at the other stats, clearly see that it's been all Chelsea. You can see even their player ratings way higher than Everton's. In fact, Everton been all over the place. As for the Liverpool game, let's see what's going on in the Liverpool game. Other what went on. Aha. Momentum, let me just show you guys the momentum. You can clearly see it's all been Liverpool, man. Ever since the first goal, other than that, this period of play, maybe between the 10th minute and the 7 minutes of ascendancy from Brighton. Since then, they've been unable to do anything, and you can clearly see it's been all been Liverpool. Maybe they are slowly going back to the Liverpool that we were used to last season. The Liverpool team that would more or less slap people, dominate the play from start to finish. As far as stats are concerned, can clearly see total shots Liverpool 10, Brighton 7, shots on target 2 for Liverpool, 1 for Brighton. As far as player ratings, can clearly see Liverpool players well on the ascendancy. Of course, I think the reason why Brighton have a high XG is because in that game, I think the Minte chance and the Minte chance and also the Ruta chance that he should have played him in were actually big chances that Brighton are unable to capitalize. But anyway, that is the tale of the game so far. It's not been a bad game from both sides. Can clearly say it's been an exciting watch. It's been an exciting watch in this watch along because clearly I can't really say that other than maybe Everton seem to be the one that team that is pushing Chelsea in that game, but as far as the Liverpool game is concerned, it's been all Liverpool. But I just hope that they don't go on to lose this from here or maybe draw this game because it could be peak for them. Could be seriously peak for them, especially for Brighton. Brighton because in fact their last game they managed to get a 1-1 draw against West Ham. They actually outplayed West Ham on that particular day, but they were just unable to convert their chances. In fact, the better chances are falling to West Ham. The likes of Bowen, who also had a chance in that game. Was Bowen, who else? Was it Wilson? Yes. But we'll see. We'll see what the second half has in store. Let me see. I don't know. Chelsea, I'm sure after some time, Maresca is going to start taking off his big guns. Because just this week, he had said that he wants to protect Cole Palmer as much as possible. Because Cole Palmer's injury was a bit serious. And it's like Cole Palmer needs to be nursed back to full fitness. But I do hope that it's going to be okay. Because you don't want to see a player's career being curtailed by injury from other being hampered by injury because you want to see good players and the best players for their clubs performing, man, and playing for their club so that if anything does happen we'll avoid the excuses FC where people will say, you know what, injuries cost us, we should have won the league or maybe we should have qualified for top 4, but now because of the injuries we are unable to. No. Football is not played like that, man. Just because you had injuries doesn't mean that should use it as an excuse because either way, you clearly know that you're gonna get injuries in a season. Then should make sure that you work on your squad depth so that if anything was to happen, then you clearly know that you'll be okay. Of course, you don't need the players on the bench to be as better as the starters, but what you can do is just ensure that they are better, they are more or less decent cover, and whenever they are called upon, they can actually do a job. So anyway, see what I can. Actually look at the table. I did look at the table. Liverpool. Actually, for Liverpool, Actually, listen, they actually had so many losses. In fact, in 16 games played, they've already lost 6 games. And they have won 8. So the issue has not been winning. The issue has been losing. Because in this season, they're actually the team that has gotten the fewest number, actually the second fewest number of draws, because City have lost 4 games, drawn 1, won 10, while Liverpool have won 8, drawn 2. So those 2 draws, who were they against? Yes, they were against Leeds. That's the other team that they drew against. The other teams they drew against. And I remember that team. Oh yeah, Sunderland, yeah. Because in fact, was it like before the Sunderland game, Liverpool had a very interesting record where they had played like around 13 games, 7 7 wins, 6 losses. So anyway, it took them a bit of time to start drawing games, but eventually you could clearly see that they started drawing games. Because for me, I've always said, no, what? It's better to draw than to lose. Because at least, with the draws, at least you are getting to pick up points one after another. Because sometimes the defeats can be so many. But other people will say, you know what? I'd rather win 1, lose 2, than draw 3 games. Because you see, if you draw 3 games, that's 3 points. If you lose 1, rather if you win 1 and lose 2, those are 3 points as well. But at least with 1, you can clearly see that if you keep drawing games, it means that eventually you're gonna be able to turn those draws into victories. So sometimes draws are also a good thing, because at least it's better than nothing. So people might say, you know what, you might actually might actually prefer losing, but you see, losing at the same time, still a record on your a record on your start. So anyway, we'll see what the second half has in store. At least just about ready to resume the second half. I don't know if either team has anything that they can do to change this game. I think for Chelsea can pretty much say that they are okay. Whom do they have on the bench? In fact, I've not even told you about the Chelsea bench. They have Jorgensen on the bench, Badiashile, Hato, Achampong, Tosin, Andrea Santos, Estevao, Gittens, and Mark Gee. So there's a decent bench. I think maybe they can bring on Gittens and Estevao, or maybe Garnacho and Pedro Neto, or maybe take off maybe take off Palmer. No, you need to take off Palmer. Yeah, but I'm sure Palmer's gonna be taken off at some point. Palmer off, maybe for Mark Gay in. Then maybe João Pedro's the one who's gonna play in midfield. Because it's clear now that it seems like Reece James' position is gonna be the middle of the park. Like he's officially been converted into a central midfielder. Because in the past 3 games, fact, was it past 3 games? Ever since the Arsenal game, he has been played as a central defensive midfielder. And he's actually playing well. Honestly, he's playing well in that position. In fact, he has made that position his. He has made that position his, man. In fact, and the way he's performing for his club, somebody might think that he's a natural in that position. In fact, he's even performing way better than seasoned rather natural midfielders in that position, because there are so many players in the Premier League right now who are central midfielders, but Reece James, who's actually a makeshift midfielder, a right back converted into a midfielder, is actually playing way better than some of them. Anyway, the veteran players are making their way back onto the pitch. I don't think they're gonna make any changes. Whom they bring on? Let me see if there's any person that they can bring on. Liverpool, let me see if they can bring on anyone. Who do they have on the bench? They have Costolas, James Milner, Welbeck. Oh, Mitoma is back. Mitoma is back. Mitoma is back for them. That's nice. I'm happy to see Mitoma back for them. It's clearly a player that they have missed for so long. Maybe they can bring him on in the second half, and see whether he can actually try and combine with Ruta or Minto on the other side. Anyway, about to start the second half. We are just about ready to start the second half in the Liverpool game. Just about ready to start. Are about ready to start. Referee, blow your whistle, man. Yeah, we're all set for the second half. Yep, we are underway for the second half in the Liverpool game. So, Liverpool game has kicked off the second half. Chelsea game also underway. Chelsea game, I'm sure the Chelsea game actually went to post stoppage. It's actually back on as well. So, the Chelsea game has also kicked off for the second half. So, all games have now officially kicked off for the second half. Just switch over to the Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool game really seems like the one that has a bit of action. Chelsea game seems more of a formality now for Chelsea. I expect them not to go on and lose that game. Gruda blocked off by Konate. Picked up by Salah. Salah did well to get the ball out of a tight spot. Bruggen into Dunk. Ever present starter for Brighton. It has been a wonderful servant over the years for Brighton. It's been Dunk. Back in the day when his central defensive partner was Shane Duffy. Alisson kicks it forward. It's picked up by Salah. Salah. Cross to the box. Come on, Kakes. She'd been doing a lot better, man. But it was not a very, very wonderful cross from Salah as well. Salah should have done a whole lot better with that cross. The way by Van Dijk. Now with Minte. Minte away from Kankers. Minte to the box. Yeah. Aki. Jeez, man. Liverpool need a second goal ASAP. For this Brighton team, gonna keep coming at them. And then Kankers was beaten so easily on the right hand side. Really? Yeah, they need that cushion now. They need that second goal cushion, because if they don't get it, then they're gonna be done for. They are going to be done for. Anyway, guys, make sure you're liking the video and, of course, subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. It's picked up by Salah. Hey, Salah, man. Being pulled back by, was that Kadioglu or Krufa? Somebody might think that Salah was about to be mugged. Sabozla restarts play. This is Curtis Jones. Seems maybe Liverpool today are playing Curtis Jones as the deploying a player maker. And it seems like Gravenberch is gonna be playing as the more or less as an 8, or more or less as a midfielder. While Curtis Jones is more or less the orchestra for Liverpool today. Yeah, back then the player that he was playing was being played by McAllister, but it seems that maybe Slot is trying something different, which is actually a good thing because over the years we have not seen Curtis Jones playing in that position. The person that we have seen playing in that position is either Gravenberch Oh, McAllister. He's a KTK. A KTK. Ah, what's he doing, man? Ah, KTK. Come on, just blast it to the net, man. Ah, he had an awesome stride on him, man. Okay. Ah, it was a scuffed shot from a KTK. Yeah, scuffed shot. Hit it into the ground, man. Took the sting out of the shot, man. Liverpool better be careful because if this goes on, all the Brighton do need is a one chance, eh? And as soon as they get that one chance and score from it, then it's gonna be thick for them, man. Ay, 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 ay. No sooner had I just said it, man. Oh my God. Sometimes maybe I might need to keep my mouth shut. No sooner had I just said that Liverpool need a second goal cushion, that Brennan might just get away, must get a decent chance and convert. Then Brennan go on the other end. Well, they did not score, but there was a big chance from Gomez, man. With the goal gaping, Alisson was down, Gomez was down, just hit the side netting. Ah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Liverpool, man. Oh, Gomez. And you know how it goes, man. As soon as you miss such a chance, don't expect to get another. In fact, it's more or less likely Liverpool to get a second goal now. Because we do know that some of these teams, whenever they fail to convert a big chance, they are punished immediately by the opposition, which I expect to happen because, yep, I honestly think Brighton are going to live to regret that big chance missed. I honestly think they are going to live to regret that big chance missed because clearly, and I don't know why he was going with his left foot, should have tried, just try and score it with your right foot, man. Ah, Gomez. Yeah. In fact, both big chances for Brighton today have fallen to this Gomez fella. And he has failed to convert both. The first half, he shot it straight at Alisson, and just a few moments ago, he hit the side netting. A chance that seemed easier to score than to miss. Yeah, that those kind of chances where they say, it's way easier to score than miss. In fact, it's actually it was a lot harder to miss. It's Curtis Jones. He's a KTK. But anyway, so far Liverpool's performance today has been good. Honestly, at least you can clearly see that Kake is more or less wanting to go on the overlap on that side, which is actually a good thing because whenever Kake used to, you would play with Gakpo on that far side. Gakpo is the one player who would actually waste those runs from Kakes because Kakes would make the run, but Gakpo would not find him because Gakpo just wants to cut in and shoot. In fact, if there's one player that was super predictable, it's Cody Gakpo. His Vats, Sabozlai with the shot, Salah, his heels. Was that offside? Yep, there's offside. Salah was in an offside position. So Salah, I think maybe was not expecting the shot to come in from Sabozlai. But it was a wonderful exchange of passes. Isaac going through the paces about to come on. But why are they even bringing him on? Honestly, Kitiki has pretty much made that position his. And sometimes I just hope that in the next game, Kitiki is going to start as well. He's not going to get dropped for Isaac. Because it's clear that as far as Isaac is concerned, he has to earn his spot back. Not even earn it. In fact, it was never his to begin with. The only thing that is making Isaac start games for Liverpool is because of the price tag. If he had come in maybe for like 40 or 50 million, I'm sure Ekitike would be the one starting almost every game. But because he was bought by so much money, He's bought for so much money. Then Slot feels compelled to start the player. Even though he's gonna pull off stinker over stinker over stinker. Because clearly, there hasn't been any performance this season where I can clearly say that Isak has played well for Liverpool. You know what? If I'm to be completely honest, I also don't rate him that high. It's clearly not at the level of the Lewandowskis, the Mbappes, the Haalands, the Eketikes as well. Because you know what? If you had to give me an option between Eketike and Isak, I'm taking Eketike all day. Eketike, I'm taking him all day. Because Eketike more or less looks like a player who likes working hard, likes performing well for his team. But Isak more or less, because Isak is very pedestrian out there, because he just stands and waits for service. And sometimes you just need to maybe go on the attack. Not really on the attack, but Gruder the shot! Ah, wide. Ah, yeah. What a wonderful shot from Gruder, man. Just fizzled past the left-hand post of Alisson's goal. Ah, yeah. Fabian Hatzler is kind of mad because he expected that ball to nestle into the net, man. Hey, so far the better chances have fallen to Brighton, eh? Started with Alisson. Alisson goes long. I'm sure he's looking for Salah. Salah loses out to Wi-Fi. Sorry, that is Krupa. So Wi-Fi being forced back by Curtis Jones. Now with Jorginho Ruta. Nice play by Jorginho Ruta. Nice play by Jorginho Ruta, man. Able to get away from both Curtis Jones and Van Dijk. Van Dijk was forced to just bring him back, pull him down. Krupa, Van Heck, looking for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi was fouled by Curtis Jones. And let's switch over to the Chelsea game. Let's see what's going on there. Get to see what is happening. What is happening? Whether they've scored a third goal or what? Yep, I predicted it. I told you. I called it, man. I called it. Yep. Spalma taken off for Santos. So just Chelsea just want to now park the bus and hope they can get the result. At least Palmer has gotten his goal on his return back into the team from the start. Just can clearly see that it's working out perfectly for him. It has worked out perfectly for him. I do hope that he manages to play more games. I hope that he's fully recovered from that injury because clearly you now want him to come on, Eketike. Yeah, Dunk was given a yellow card. Clearly pulled back McAllister. Liverpool also missing chances. So you know what? Clearly a tale of both teams missing chances. Isak. Oh wow, what a wonderful pass. Isak. Is Salah. Salah with a shot. Punched away by Verbruggen, man. Come on. Eketike, man. Your final pass, man. I don't know why he was looking for McAllister, and Salah was clearly in a way better position, Salah with a shot, just parried away by Verbruggen. And it's a corner to Liverpool to be taken by Salah, a man like Salah. Yeah, that's Liverpool's second corner of the game. Only second corner. Wow, honestly. In Salah with the corner. Goal! Eketike, man. Eketike rose above the rest, man, to head that ball into the net. Second goal for Eketike, man. Assist from man like Salah. Salah with a brilliant assist for Eketike, man. Salah with a wonderful, wonderful cross into the box off the corner. Eketike, that header, straight, it's called a bullet header, man, to the back of the net. Yeah. Eketike has clearly deserved that second goal because it has gotten to a place where he had been missing chances, and you're wondering whether he's gonna shoot his team in the foot. But Salah with a wonderful cross, Eketike with a free header, man. In fact, that is the easiest goal that he'll ever score, man. Free header, man, at the back post. Free header, man. Very poor defending from Brighton, That was shambolic defending from Brighton. Come on. Don't leave a player of Eketike's stature and caliber at the back post. Anyway, like I said, I will not be surprised if Liverpool are to get a second one. They actually gotten one, because now I'm sure this Gomez fella is now cussing all over the place, because he's the one who has cost his team here. Because if he'd had scored that goal in the first half, especially after Liverpool had scored their first goal, it would have been 1-1. And if he'd have taken his chance just like 10 minutes ago, that chance that he hit the side netting, it would have been 2-1 to them. Konate, man. Good. This is a Cooper. It's picked up by Konate. Back to Allison. Allison clears it away. Ketike at the double, man. Follows up with another double on the against Leeds. Florian Wirtz unable to progress further. So they're gonna take him off. They're gonna take off Eketike. Why? Why are they taking him off? I'm sure they're trying maybe to build up Isak's match fitness. But anyway, what do you expect? Especially when you buy a player for that amount of money, you'd want to play him in most games. But unfortunately, it's like sometimes maybe you just need to cut your losses. I don't know whether it's a coaching issue or an Isak issue, because he's been unable to just get his career going for at Liverpool. You can clearly see that he's been struggling, really struggling. Maybe it was expected because remember last season, rather beginning of this season, he actually had no preseason. Gruda and Baleba being taken off for Brighton, and man like Mitoma and Ayari coming on. Nice. This Mitoma is back. I'm happy to see Mitoma back for Brighton. It's good that he's back for them. Ayari as well. But Ayari was not injured. It's free kick to be taken by Kadioglu. Kadioglu into the box. Cleared by Ketike. Back with Kadioglu. Kadioglu blocked. Picked up by Ayari. Ayari into Minte. This is Mitoma. Mitoma into Kadioglu. Kadioglu to the box, looking for Ruta. Picked up by Minte. Up and over. Looked like a hand in there for the Brighton players. This is Vats. Eketike. Kadioglu managed to get the ball ahead of Kadioglu. Ahead of name of this guy, Vats. Minte trying to force his way through but unable to do so. The third goal anywhere? Nope. So far, the games are pretty much even at the. Well, are pretty much not really even, but yeah, the home teams have clearly controlling the game. Liverpool controlling this game. At least they've gotten a cushion in this game. Kadioglu loses out. It's picked up by McAllister. McAllister bad pass. Now with Ayari. Ayari coming forward. Trying to get away from McAllister. Now with Gravenberch. Gravenberch. Picked up by Salah. Salah, Sabozla. Just play back to Konate. Thank you. Yeah. Gomez Feathers. Van Dijk. Van Dijk kicks it long. Picked up by Wifer. Yeah. Do a whole lot better. But Salah, Sabozla, this is Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones, wonderful pass. Salah is in behind. Dunk was just a little bit tall. Able to slide in and get that pass. Intercept that. Play it back to his keeper. But Salah was clean through, man. It was a wonderful pass from Callister. Is Mitoma coming forward. Mitoma. Hi, Mitoma, man. Seriously? Should be barring such a chance, man. How many chances do Brighton actually need in this game to actually score? What's he doing, man? Why is he trying to bend the ball into the far post while he's leaning to this side while he's trying to bend the ball on this other side? Of course, if you do that, you're going to overheat. You're going to miscue the chance. Because if you do that, clearly you're leaning back. And of course, definitely, whenever you're leaning back, your balance is all messed up. And if you try and maybe get in any decent shot, if maybe you're on the edge of the area trying to get in a decent shot and you're leaning back, you're always going to sky it over the bar. What happened to Sabozla? Hope he's okay. What's wrong with Sabozla? Oh, honestly, I hope he's not injured, man. Oh, no. Bradley is out. Gomez is injured. Frimpong is injured. And now their makeshift right back, Sabozla, is also injured. Oh, man. It's like it's always going from bad to worse for Liverpool, eh? Honestly, I hope he's okay. I hope Sabozla is okay, eh? Honestly, I don't need them to lose Sabozla because Sabozla has clearly been their best performer this season, eh? Yeah, Ketike goals. You go Ketike, Ketik-tak. Yeah, Ketike with back-to-back braces, eh? And Ketike clearly is the top scorer for Liverpool this season. I think he's on 7. Is it 7 goals? Was it 9 goals now? Sabozla, is he gonna be okay? He tries to run it off, huh? Tries to run it off. At least he's moving a whole lot better. That is what you want. Whenever you see a player going down. Now it's Salah. Salah, come on. Unable to get away from Kadioglu. This is Jorginho Ruta. His wife to Van Heck. Van Heck coming forward. Kadioglu into the box. Patched away by Alisson. By Van Heck. This Brighton team, yeah, they never give up, man. They never do give up. Even if they are losing by 3 or 4 goals, you still see them go on the attack. It's good. That's why they say the best form of defense is attack. Is Kadioglu trying to get away from Salah. Now it's Van Heck. Van Heck to the box. Cleared by Curtis Jones. As far as Minte. Overrun the ball straight out of play, man. Seems that this is now more or less a formality for Liverpool. Let's see what's going on in the Chelsea game. Let us see. Brian. Jai. Grealish. Come on, Grealish. Should be barring such chances, eh? Grealish unable to apply the finish, man. Those are chances that he should be finishing. Come on, man. Those are chances that should be finishing at the back post. I think okay, let's see. Yeah, Gittens did come on to replace Garnacho. Gittens. Yeah. Dangerous cross. Wonderful play from Gittens. Got away from 2 players. Into the box. Ball deflected off Tarkowski and then Mikoleng. And then Michael King. The Donato in the corner into the box. Enzo! Yeah. Enzo, come on, bury that chance. This Cucurella. Carella cut. Rhys James. There was a foul on Rhys James. Oh, wow. Yeah. Enzo and João Pedro are going for the same ball. Come on, man. Guys, communicate. It's okay for you to give a shout out. No, leave it. I've got it. Because I'm sure you know your teammates' voice. So, it's an important free kick for Chelsea. Let's see how they're going to bury this just to confirm the result. Because many had predicted a Chelsea defeat in this game. Honestly, I had predicted a draw based on Chelsea's recent form. But it seems like whenever you do write off a team, that's when they rise up to the occasion. And it's a free kick to Chelsea. Let's watch it first. Be taken by either Nate or James, but I'm sure it's gonna be James who takes it. Let's see what James can do. Let's see whether he's a Kanjara. Referee, man, come on, let's get on with it, man. We're wasting a lot of time. It's James! Oh, what a save from Pickford. Wonderful save, man. Wonderful shot from James, man. It was clearly going in, but it was more or less straight at Pickford. So Pickford just had to tip it over the bar. So corner to Chelsea. As I watch this final attacking in 10 from Chelsea right now. Don't know whether they're gonna get a goal. Pedro Neto into the box. Headed wide by Tarkowski. It's another corner. Everton are currently have been pegged back by Chelsea. It's been corner after corner after corner for Chelsea. Anyway, let's see. Pedro Neto takes a cross again into the box. Punched away by... come on. It's picked up by Reece James. Reece James. Was he fouled again? No foul on Reece James. Then Fofana just went in and threw in a kick at, was it O'Brien or was it Ndai? So it's going to be a yellow card for Fofana. Because he clearly knew what he was doing there. He was clearly trying to halt that attack from Everton. Because Everton are clearly trying to go on the counter. Is Eketike? Come on, Eketike. What's with the flamboyancy rather? Come on, man. Anyway, in your leading 2-0, then maybe you can afford to do that. But if maybe you are on 4 or 5 goals, maybe that's when you can do it. But I still do think that no one, even if you are leading 3 or 4-0, you should at least be trying to get more goals. Not just be sitting back and hoping that so long as you have gotten 2 goals, 3 goals, gotten the victory. Wifer, man. Yeah. A right back in a winger slot. What is the chance that you expected somebody like either Minted to Barry? But Wifer, come on, Wifer. She'll be doing a whole lot better with that chance. Yeah, finally, changes are being made by Liverpool. So, no hat-trick for Eketike. Gonna be replaced by Isak. And of course, Vart is also being taken off. Don't know for whom. Yeah, Vart continues with the record of not scoring or assisting for Liverpool in the league. So Eketike and Vart, the 2 summer signings being taken off for Robertson and Isak. So that means that Robertson is going to play further forward. He's going to play the left winger because Vart was actually playing on that left-hand side. You can clearly see there Ngumoha is so sad, man. He's wondering what he needs to do to actually get in a bit of game time. But maybe the manager is clearly... Okay. This is what I just thought. But the manager knows that he's in a crisis. He knows that, okay, he already knows that. So I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to ensure that he plays his most trusted players, because with the others, he doesn't really trust them, because you see, ever since Ngumoa scored against Newcastle, he hasn't really featured that much. And unfortunately, because Liverpool now are more or less trying to manage a crisis. But unfortunately for him, since the crisis has not yet been averted, Liverpool do not have maybe the luxury of bringing on either kids. People do not have that much, a lot of much experience. Because remember when they played against Crystal Palace in the League Cup, they were completely outplayed, man. They were completely outplayed. So maybe that is what the manager is deciding to do. That, you know what, since it's a crisis, let me just stick to the players that I do trust, the players from last season, the regular starters, because at least I know with them, they can actually do a job, because at least they are regulars. As opposed to maybe to somebody like Ngumoha who's more of an unproven an unproven asset or play in the league. In fact, you're just bringing on maybe to see whether you can see the game out. This is Adioglu. Adioglu trying to play in a router by Sabozlai. Sabozlai into Gravenbach. Not Gravenbach. Van Dijk, McAllister, Sabozlai. Liverpool, I think I've done enough to secure the victory today. Yeah, pass was overcooked to Salah. It's clear today Kaki has played well. He's been able to fend off the threat from this guy. It's a Minte fella. Is Van Heck trying to come forward. Now with Ayari. Now with Sabozlai. Well intercepted by Curtis Jones. It's Jones. It's Jones. What the heck is he doing, man? Ah, he's a lucky boy, man. He's more or less twisting and turning a router, but he's lucky that he did not lose the ball out there, because he would have lost the ball out there. We'd be talking about a different thing. Those are more or less the chances, the opportunities that they go your way, you smile. If they don't, you start panicking. Hazelwood and Ruta have been taken off for Costolas and Welbeck. So Costolas and Welbeck have been brought on. Don't know what they're gonna do in this game. I do not know why Welbeck was not started in this game. Honestly, Welbeck should have gotten that nod from the start. This is more or less a game that he would have fancy. Isaac, now with Salah, Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones, Curtis Jones. That's played by Jones. This is Gravenbach. He's so confident in his ability. Now with Gravenbach into Curtis Jones. Is Jones unable to play in McAllister? Back with the Bruggen. Headed away by Van Dijk. Chiesa is also gonna come on for Liverpool. I don't know in place of who. Maybe for Salah. Yes, for Sabozlai. So Sabozlai will be taken off for Chiesa. So that means that Curtis Jones is gonna play at right back. Seems like Arne Slot is gonna try out all his but maybe by the time the season ends, he'll have tried all his central midfielders at right back. So Sabozlai was one who's playing at right back. Now it's Curtis Jones. Maybe in the next game they're gonna not try maybe Gravenbach at right back. But they can't really play him at right back because Gravenbach more or less prefers dropping into the centre back position. Is Van Dijk, Kakes, Robertson. Kakes was offside, man. Flag is up. Yeah, Brighton need to pick up the slack now because getting that time of the game where yes, anything might be possible, but you have to have more urgency if you intend to get back into this game. Although on this ground, we have seen some wonderful games between Brighton and Liverpool. Is Mitoma blocked by Konate? Can you remember that? Was it 3 seasons ago we had the famous 3-3 draw? And that day, yeah, Trossard was actually playing for Brighton. He actually scored a hat-trick at Stanfield. It was a wonderful game of football, yeah. Because these are teams that you'd want to stay in the Premier League, teams like Brighton, because at least there are teams that like to play ball, they like to commit men forward, and they never pull off stinkers pass because they always want to play, as opposed to other clubs that maybe As soon as maybe they get one goal, they just want to sit back and defend. Because ever since Ezebi introduced that new identity to Brighton, you can clearly see that since then they have maintained it, because they love to play like that. Minte is well back. Minte, give and go did not pay off. This is Minte. Who's this who's down? Is that Chiesa or who? It's McAllister who's down, man. What happened to you, man? I don't know whether it was a head injury. Was it a head injury? Oh, it lands awkwardly on his shoulder. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Milner is currently closing in on Gareth Barry's all-time record of Premier League appearances. I think Milner is like, was it 10 to 12 appearances behind Gareth Barry. I think the record is at, is it 654? What? I think Milner is maybe at around 640. Yeah, clearly this is a guy that is gonna get a warm welcome, even a standing ovation from Liverpool fans, because he's clearly been a wonderful servant for Liverpool. James Milner, I also clap for him. James Milner was a good player back in the day. Started his trade at Aston Villa. Oh, okay, 646. So I was also correct. 600, almost correct. He's 8 appearances behind Gareth Barry. It's actually 8. He's at 646. That means the record is at 654. So if he appears in more games, which I think he will this season, I hope that he's eventually gonna break that record. If there's a player who actually deserves such a record, it's him, because been an awesome servant for Liverpool, for Man City, and for Brighton as well. If there's ever a player that you can count on to put in a shift, whichever position that you put him in, it's James Milner. He's a wonderful servant for Liverpool back in the Klopp days. And even before that, he was also a very wonderful servant for Man City. He was in the title winning side. So he's pretty much maybe won everything that there is to win. He's won the Champions League, he's won the league. He's won the league with both Man City and Liverpool. And I think he's won the Champions League with Liverpool. Maybe a few FA Cups and League Cups. So James Milner, clearly wonderful professional, man. Yeah, it's a career that has spanned, I think, almost 20 years. Because I think the first time I started seeing him, was it way back in 2005, 204, 205? Yep, James Milner. Back then he was playing for, was it Aston Villa? I think he was at Aston Villa. Was it Aston Villa or Newcastle? I think it's Aston Villa. And then he went to Villa to Man City, Man City to Liverpool, Liverpool to Brighton. So honestly, I do hope that he makes that record his. I do hope that he's able to get over the line and at least appear in at least 4 games this season, so at least he can break that record. I think he's well into his 40s now. He's into his 40s. He's either 38 or 39. James Milner, a career that has spanned 20 years plus. This is what you call a successful career, man. He's Minte. He's Ayari. Ayari into Minte. Minte into the box. Mutoma. Is Kadioglu. Wide. I can pretty much say that Brighton have run out of gas, man. And the Chelsea game is also into stoppage time. We're gonna have 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes of added time in the Chelsea game. The Liverpool game. How many minutes of added time are we going to have? How many minutes? 8. From where? 8 minutes from where? Seriously? Is this faggy time or what? Why are you adding 8 minutes, referee? For what now? Honestly? Brighton are to get a goal now, I assure you. Liverpool go into sheer panic mode. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. There have been a number of injuries, eh? McAllister, Sabozlai. So, I think I can pretty much say that the 8 minutes is merited because now both teams have also made all their subs, eh? Is Salah's gonna get to that pass ahead of Dunk. Nope. Dunk back to Verbruggen. Bruggen back to Van Heck. Heck coming forward. Is Ayari. Ayari coming forward. Bad pass. Picked up by Chiesa. Chiesa. Looking for Mo Salah. Wonderful header. Interception header from Dunk. Clearly, Salah is more or less playing as a centre forward with Isak. So Liverpool are playing in defending in a 4-4-2. This is Minte. Minte into the box. Cleared by Gravenberch. Picked up by Salah. Salah into Kakez. Yep. Chiesa. 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 Salah! Over the bar, man. Salah, man. There was a moment right there. Salah, come on. Should be doing a whole lot better, man. Salah. Maybe you should have tried controlling the pass fast, eh? Because it was only James Milner who was back there. It was only James Milner was between him and the goalkeeper. Maybe you should have tried controlling that pass first. Is Minte Tuayari, Wi-Fi intercepted by Van Dijk. Is Minte again. Wi-Fi. Oh, Chiesa blocked by Gravenberch. Hey. Sheesh. His Wi-Fi Kadioglu into Mitoma, Kadioglu. Brennan clearly looking for that, whether a consolation goal or maybe the goal that will just bring them back into life so they can equalize. Isak into the box. Sorry, not Isak. Dunk. Picked up by Allison. Wow. Yeah, Yari with the shot that was blocked, man. Hey. Yeah, that attempted save from Allison would have gone anywhere, man. Yeah, Kake is clearly suffering from cramp, eh? Because the Chelsea game is gonna end fast. Let us see whether we can just shit off. Because I'm sure it's gonna end fast. Gonna end earlier than the Liverpool game. Yep, that's the game right there. That is the game, man. Game over. Chelsea have won their game, man. Their first victory in 4 in all competitions. Ever since they beat Barca, They had been on a miserable run. They lost. They drew the Arsenal, lost to Leeds, drew the Bournemouth, and just on Wednesday they lost to Atlanta. But at least they've managed to get back onto winning ways. They're now back onto winning ways. So that result actually now pushes Chelsea into fourth position on 28 points. For saying that title charge, Chiesa, this is Isak. Been forced wide by Wi-Fi. There are more players back for Brighton. Huh? Turned over is now Ayari. Ayari coming forward. Milner. Is Costonus. Castulas. It's called, sorry, Castulas. People better hope that they see this off now, because Minte on the left hand side, Minte to the box. Read away. Picked up by Salah. It's picked up by Salah. 1 versus 1. Salah. Ah, come on, Salah. Surely, Salah. Honestly, Salah. Hey, Salah, man. Surely. Such an easy pass. You can't complete. Ay, surely. This is the Minte. Gotta get to that. Ah, Minte. Not stretch. Get to that pass. On Salah. He's trying to toe poke the ball, man, but clearly, what was he doing? Just hit it to the outside of your foot. There are two men on the far side, on the left-hand side. There was Van Dijk and there was Robertson. Van Dijk had actually sprinted forward from central defense to go and support the attack. Should have wrapped up the points there. Welbeck, Castellaus, Stulas, Van Heck. Whistle has been blown, man. Is there a foul in there? I don't think so. Didn't look like a foul out there. Yeah. If I made light work of this game, it's because also Brighton have had a very poor finishing in this game. Gomez was unable to take his chances in the first half. Also one in the second half. Just like that, the game got away from them. So it was a tale of missed chances from Brighton. Maybe if the guy would have scored, they have been talking about something different. Alisson, sit upfield. My Wi-Fi. Referee need to blow now because game is pretty much over now. Cares. So next Liverpool game is away to Spurs. It will actually be taking place on next week. Game is gonna be played. Gonna start around 8:30 p.m. It's actually a very good game, man. Very, very good game, man. Curtis Jones loses out to Minte. Alisson. Yeah. What a block from McAllister. Robertson trying to get away. This is Isak. Isak. Picked up by Robertson. Robertson into Salah. Picked up by Verbruggen. Wonderful move from Liverpool. Referee, need to blow the whistle now, yeah? Thank you. Game over. all over now. It is all over. It's a victory for Liverpool and his and Arne Slot, the manager. Finally, they'd been on a poor run, man, but eventually they've been managed to get over the line. In fact, let me see Liverpool's previous results. Liverpool, the poor run of form, because after they lost to PSV, they beat West Ham. They drew with Sunderland. They drew with Leeds, the two promoted teams. They beat Inter, and just now at least they managed to get a victory over Brighton. A very hard-fought victory because Brighton clearly came to this game to play, man. Brighton are no slouches, man. These are a team that likes to play, man. These are a team that likes to um play from the on the front foot. But anyway, they were unable to get a goal today, like I said. Poor finishing from the likes of Gomez, because I'm sure if you'd have maybe gotten the goal in the first half, the one that he was clean through, that was punched by Alisson, then it would have been a different case in this game. And then, of course, in the second half, it was another big chance. But he just, rather than actually put the ball into the net using his right foot, he just shot it straight at the goal key, or at the side netting. And it was a poor finish. Poor finish. But anyway, two Hugo Ketike goals, enough to see off Brighton. So Liverpool march on. I think they climb. I think they're now in the top 6. Was it top 5 or top 6? Let me just check the table. Yeah, and they're the top 6. So Liverpool with that victory, they move on to 26 points. Yeah, they're on 26 points in 6th position from 16 games. Chelsea earlier, they might to do the other to get one over Everton. Goals from Cole Palmer. Yeah, returning back from injury from the start. And also the other goal was from Malo Gusto. Gusto in that game got a goal and assist. So as far as the table is concerned currently, Chelsea, Liverpool, at least they have jumped a few places. Chelsea have jumped into 4th position on 28 points, while Liverpool are on 26 points with 16 games played. So, in fact, this was actually Salah's last game for Liverpool before he jets off to Morocco for AFCON. AFCON, which will be starting next Sunday. Yes, next Sunday, AFCON on the 21st of December. AFCON will be commencing in Morocco. So Salah, yeah, played his last game for Liverpool. We do hope that it's not his last game for Liverpool ever, because I don't know. Maybe when he gets back from the AFCON, he's gonna be sold in January, but we'll see. But if they're able to sort it out with Slot and the club, then I think he's gonna be okay. Yeah, because clearly Salah just wanted to play, man, because maybe Slot has learned his lesson. You don't just keep Salah out of the team for long, or maybe just ensure that if you drop him, you're going to bring him on in the second half, maybe to get a few minutes. So, but anyway, game's over. Like I said, Chelsea and Liverpool at least getting back to winning ways in the league, that is. Yeah, so let's hope that it's gonna continue. And for Liverpool, let's hope that it's eventually they are gonna click into gear and more or less get into the top 4, because it's more or less a top 4 race for them. Because they're way behind Arsenal. Because if Arsenal are to win their game, which I think they will win comfortably, in fact, against Wolves, it's a matter of how many goals Arsenal are gonna score against Wolves. So Arsenal are gonna go to 36 points, and they are gonna be 10 clear of Liverpool with 16 games. So I don't think Liverpool are gonna be in a title race, because there are so many other teams in between Liverpool and Arsenal. There's Man City, there's Aston Villa, there's Chelsea and Crystal Palace. But I don't expect Chelsea and Crystal Palace to really mount up a serious title challenge. No, and neither do Aston Villa, because Aston Villa actually, the thing that has actually helped Aston Villa this season is they are overperforming their XG. And you know, whenever you're overperforming your XG, it gets to a point where eventually the performances begin to match, rather the results begin to match the performances, because Aston Villa have just been scoring goals from outside the box. In fact, the XG is quite low. It's quite low. In fact, based on expected points, they should be on 17, but actually they are on 30. Is it 30 points? Yeah. So, but anyway, we'll see how things go. Like I said, it's gonna be a very, very busy festive period, starting from next weekend. Because next weekend is the weekend of 20th of December, and from 20th all the way to the 4th of January, I think we're gonna have like 4 game weeks. In fact, some games we are gonna be played over Boxing Day. Actually, not even a Boxing Day, on 27th of December. But we're gonna get to those games eventually. We are just gonna get to those games. Don't worry, guys. And as usual, we're gonna keep you updated on all those games. At least there are no more Champions League games until the mid of January. So right now, until mid-January into late January, we're just gonna be having league action, and of course, the FA Cup is gonna be starting on the is it the first weekend? Not the first weekend. Yeah, actually the second weekend of December, because the first weekend of December is, or first weekend of the new year, January is on 4th, 3rd and 4th. So FA Cups are gonna be played on the 10th, the weekend of 10th and 11th. So, but anyway, we're gonna get to those games eventually. But as far as this watch along is concerned, it was a wonderful performance from both Liverpool and Chelsea, getting to winning ways, and of course, they have managed to beat the teams that are actually also in more or less closely spaced, because actually when Chelsea started out this game, they're actually on level on points with with Everton, and when Liverpool started this game, they're actually just 1 point ahead of Brighton, but at least they managed to pull away from those two. Anyway, as always, guys, thank you so much for being part of the watch along. As always, if you're gonna see this stream as soon as it's over, make sure to hit a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if it's gonna be your first time. And as always, if it's you're a returning subscriber, do make sure that you like the video as well. Until the next games that are gonna be covering tomorrow in the Premier League, hope you guys are gonna have a wonderful evening. Do take care, guys, and peace.